Okay, well, how's everybody doing today? Some of you have expressed an interest in seeing my little basement stereo setup here. This was kind of my temporary system while I was redoing the floors upstairs. So I was living in the basement for quite a while. See me in the reflection. How's it going? Anyway, but this is going to be my movie area, or my secondary stereo area too. So I got. If you know me, I'm not much of a TV guy. I've never spent more than $400 on a TV until this one. Any money spent on a TV was taken away from money that could be spent on the stereo. So TV wasn't my priority. But anyway, this is the movie area, so it needed a good TV. So I got the 75 Sony XBR 900E series. This one's got the full dynamic backlight in it. I was going for size over ultimate quality, so I didn't go with the OLED. OLED in this size at the time was $15,000, so that was kind of crazy. Although it's down to about 10 right now. Anyway, speaker I'm using here is the Klipsch Heritage Series. These are the Cornwalls. They have you can kind of see the drivers through there. They have a horn, tweeter, horn mid, titanium compression horns, and they've got a 15-inch woofer that's slot ported in the bottom. You can see it on the other speaker. I'll show you in a sec. Here I've got a power strip. This is a Surgex. I've actually got a couple of these. I got one for down here when it's finally hooked up, and I've got one for the upstairs stereo. If you really care about your gear, put it on a Surgex. That's my opinion anyway. I've got a Panamax upstairs, and I've had some others. I've had some Shinyata pieces and stuff, but if you really want to protect it, Surgex. That's my philosophy anyway of what I've learned over the years. Here I've got a old busted antenna. That's an amplified antenna, so I can get TV down here. It tunes in some decent stations. I don't use cable TV because it costs a bunch of money and I don't watch very much TV. I have a new antenna. This is an Amazon Basics 50-mile antenna. It's just this kind of flat thing, and it's black on one side and white on the other. That's going to be hung on the wall when I finally install this system how it's supposed to go. The TV this is just a temporary stand. Obviously, that's what they left me at the house, and that paneling is going to come down. I'm going to paint the whole wall. The TV is going to be mounted on the wall. But anyway, this is what I'm doing at the moment. So that's a Sony 4K Blu-ray player. This is not the ES piece. This is the 800, the one just below the ES. The ES, as far as I can tell, is the same player, except that it has analog outputs. And I don't need the analog output. So I got the regular one. The ES has analog outputs, and it's also got the long ES warranty. But Blu-ray players are pretty cheap, so I don't care about the warranty. I'll take my chances. This is the Sony TA. This is my amplifier for down here. The TA A1ES. It's 80 watt per channel, stereo integrated. Sounds really good. Operates mostly in Class A, and I have a feeling with the high sensitivity Cornwalls needing only 5 watts of power. These are 102 dB efficient, 102 dB sensitivity, that is. They're getting all Class A power from the Sony piece. And what's funny is if I don't have it turned up very much, it shuts off. The Sony piece shuts off because it doesn't even think it's got a speaker connected. It's kind of funny. So as long as I'm playing it at a decent level, it keeps going. Down here is a old Sony ES single disc player that I bought in about 1993, and it still works. That's back when they had the 1-bit pulse width DA converter, and it sounds pretty good. It's got fixed and variable output. It's got a headphone out with the headphone volume control, and it has buttons on the front for direct access to any track. So that's kind of cool. And of course there's the other Cornwall. Love these speakers. They're super dynamic. They do things that $20,000 speakers don't do, and it's impressive. It's just a super dynamic speaker. These retail right now for about $4,400 in the U.S. Just for your information. Here is a Salamander archetype rack. This is what I'm going to be putting the equipment on. This is the walnut finish. That's going to be going right there under the TV once the TV is mounted on the wall. I may shorten it by a few inches. I might take a hacksaw to those threaded rods to drop it down a little bit, because my ceiling height is not super tall. See, I've been patching the wall there. Ceiling's like 7'10" down here. It's a finished ceiling, so I don't want the TV too high on the wall. I don't want to be looking up at it like it's over the fireplace or something. So anyway, that's my system. I can crank it down here, and the neighbors haven't called the cops yet. So I guess they can't hear it too loud. So anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take her easy.